These people moved to the border area to escape the fighting in Deraa province, but they also fear the Syrian government, which considers them terrorists for being involved in opposition activities. Among them army defectors, media activists and employees of rebel-run administrations. At least for now, returning to their towns and villages that have fallen under state rule is not an option.
People are afraid there will be reprisals, retaliation, even executions. This is why they are asking that any deal is guaranteed by a regional power like Jordan or another Arab country, or international guarantees from the UN.
The opposition had few cards to play, but hoped they'd have more leverage by resisting government attempts to recapture remaining rebel areas in Deraa. But the negotiations have now broken down, with the opposition saying the Russians were asking them to give up too much. The rebel groups say it's because of an insistence by the Russians, the rebel groups hand over their heavy weapons. However, it was understood earlier on that one of the conditions that rebel groups laid down was that they were willing to give up their heavy weapons if the Syrian regime forces left areas they'd recently taken control of and allowed a greater role for the Russian military in policing areas that the rebel groups surrendered to regime control or Russian military control. Jordan had been mediating. Its Foreign Minister AYMAN al-SAFADI went to Moscow for talks with his Russian counterpart, Sergey Lavrov, about how to implement a settlement in South Syria after rebels surrender their areas.
We look at the situation in the south of Syria with strong concern. We believe that the fundamental goal is to resolve this crisis through a political process. We would like to begin with a ceasefire and then proceed to solving the question that would help to avoid a humanitarian catastrophe in this area.
It's clear that it is absolutely unrealistic to expect Iran to withdraw from Syria, and that it won't be possible to solve the problems of the region without the participation of key countries including Iran, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Egypt and many others.
There are no plans yet to restart talks, and so the bombardment of Deraa resumed on Wednesday evening, but Jordan particularly is keen to get all sides talking again. Hundreds of thousands of Syrians trying to escape the fighting are gathered along the border with Jordan. Tens of thousands more could be heading here. Jordan has already said it won't be letting anyone cross. Bernard Smith, Al Jazeera, on the Jordan-Syria border.